Well, hello, people. I have to check. Today is the 15th of April. And you all know we're living all through tough times. And I had a comment made by a guy called Otto the Chi, or Ditto the Chi, whatever that means behind it, Ditto. Well, and this person said, well, Jürgen, very nice. You lost some weight. It's about my keto, discovering and losing the weight initially. I've lost 40 pounds initially in 2 months, almost maybe 2.5 months. And then during Christmas time, I slopped off. And he asked me for results. How are you doing now? We're talking, there has been 3 additional months. We are in the month number 6. And of course, with this problem in the world we are living through, it changes something for everybody, including myself. Although I have been quite living isolated and separated from normal people for the last few years. I'm just one of those people who is extremely happy with himself, within myself. I don't need too much socializing. So for me, not so much has changed in that way. But certainly there is a certain anxiousness and fear coming with the situation that will touch every one of us. Some of us more, some of us less. And I'm sure there will be a lot of craziness going on out in the world as we speak. So I feel very sorry, and I hope everybody is taking good care of themselves and watch out for themselves. Nobody else will. So I'm calling you to let you know about keto, what happened to me. I put up a video after Christmas to tell everybody I sort of slipped out over Christmas. I didn't slip. I allowed myself to frolic in foods that I wouldn't normally frolic in. And I made an astounding discovery. Going back to normal foods, immediately came back the sluggishness, the low energy level, the not feeling good, feeling systemically, stomachally challenged. I did not feel good as a whole, in general. Not being following the keto protocol, which I have taken by then quite to heart. And there has to be something also said that has to be mentioned, that this is not just changing. This changed me, my looking at food and my taste and what I demand of my foods to taste like has completely changed. The cravings from before was sugar. There have been some certain cravings of alcohol at times, because I have been quite a good drinker for most of my life. I drink nothing now, and I don't miss anything. Sugar completely. I haven't bought a fruit since I started this, and I don't miss anything. I do take, however, the odd times a supplement of vitamin just because it's existed, and why not? Can't hurt me. I'm craving, instead of carbohydrates, completely. I cut out as much carbohydrates as I can, although I've learned that the foods I'm eating still contain a certain carbohydrate content, which makes sense. So when I go back finally for losing weight, when I go back with strict keto, with OMAD and all this, then I will go watching a bit more my carbohydrate intake, which will be essential. I'm blew most of my carbohydrate intake. I blew on nuts. Fell in love with different nuts. From macadamia to the Brazil nuts to you name it, I love those things. Almonds, of course, and I overdid it like anything I ever do in my life. When I do it, I'd overdo it. It has been, the history of my life has been this way. So I've been eating much too many nuts. Love them, of course. But here is now, this has been all the bad sides. I had to go back on keto after my 2-3 weeks, and then it took almost 4 weeks lingering after. I had to force myself back into keto-friendly foods strongly, because I felt bad and my pains came back. I'm waiting for a hip operation, and this will not be happening because of this virus situation we have in the world. I don't think they will make selective surgeries like this with putting you in an environment where you could get sick with this. So I believe for the next year, this will be, my operation will automatically be put on hold, I guess. That means I have to endure the constant pain I'm feeling for this winter has been just terrible. I can hardly sleep. Very, very hard for me to fall asleep. And so to do control over this, I realized I was looking into fasting a bit more. And if I go fasting 24 hours and more, like Omad is eating one meal every 24 hours. I did for 1 week, I did one meal every 48 hours. And that is for me the sweet spot for me to hit. I get 24 hours of fighting the inflammation, because that kicks in after about 20 to 24 hours. And this fighting inflammation is keeping my pain level acceptable, desirable, because I get the odd night sleep, the odd hour sleep. At the moment, I'm sleeping like a nature boy has been born. I'm sleep when I can. I lay myself down during the day or during nights just to catch the hour which allows me to forget my pain and sleep through the pain or lesser pain. I'm taking, of course, at night when I can, I'm taking Tylenols at an extent of, you're only supposed to take 8 Tylenols in a 24-hour period. I'm taking about this amounts in one night. And I take 3 or 4 at a time. But then I'm trying during the day not to take any because I do not want to mess up my system anymore. But sleep is important, and if you don't get it, boy, you pay the price. Talk about paying the price. One of the prices about this virus situation is certainly my haircut. I cannot go to I have to figure out a way to cut my own hair, but then that's why I make this video before. It probably will look like crap, so I don't want to get into this. Well, the good news is now with keto, I'm back. I'm fully back. Since the last month and a half, I'm back on keto, back online. My blood sugar for my diabetes number 2, it's perfect. I have even, at times, I'm under 5. This is the Canadian scale, so I'm going under 5.0. 2 or 3 times I've been under 5, 4.8, 4.7. If I would go under 4, that could be dangerous. My public nurse who take care of me has warned me, but I was never that close to the 4.0. Around my regular thing now is during the most of the day around 5, 5.6, up to 6. In the evening, always a bit, in the morning, it's always a bit higher. My normal stand in the morning when I check myself is around 8 to 8.2, 8.3, sometimes 7.9, 7.8, but then it goes down quickly during the day, and I'm at a very, very acceptable, normal level. When I tell my doctor and this public nurse who calls me regularly to find out how is this doing, they are just over the moon about those results because they are as normal as can be, especially for somebody my age, which is perfect. I gotta see how long this video has been going on. I don't want to make it too long because my friend keeps telling me I'm talking too much. Well, okay, that's the good news. At the moment, I'm doing keto for feeling good, having energy, survive my pains because they are extreme. And the good thing about I lost 40 pounds, I told you. I actually, when I weighed the last time before Christmas, I was exactly 43 and a half pounds I have lost. I reached exactly 270. Well, I recently did a series of one meal every 2 days. In 1 week, I did this in 6 days. I had 3 meals in 6 days. And after just 1 day of not eating, I was at the level of 40 pounds lost. That means I didn't gain 1 pound. That is the most astounding result of this slipping. I didn't slip. I didn't really cheat. I didn't eat bad food or go crazy and buy sweets and everything. I just went back in a controlled food environment, and I did really, really good. That's it. Nothing else to say. My sugar is perfect. I feel better. And I know this losing weight. I give myself a year to lose substantial weight. I will pick up in a few weeks when this novelty of my situation has worn off a bit. I will get stronger into OMAD again, and I will lose maybe 10, 15 pounds at one time, take a little break again, and lose another 10, 15. Whatever. I'm no pressure, because I'm not doing it now for losing weight. I'm doing it just to feel good. I'm 70 years old, just about. And, well, in this age, I'm not doing it for good looks. I will not pick up chicks on the beach anymore with my beautiful body. Forget that. That ship has sailed. I will just hopefully fit into clothes that fit me once 10 years ago, 15 years. It's all still waiting for me. I'm not a fashion guy, so I can wear clothes that is out of date for 30 years. I will be proud wearing it. Well, gentlemen, ladies, it has been a pleasure to inform you. Yes, in a way, I have failed the last 3 months. And in another great way, I have gained and won so much insight into this dynamic of eating right and eating good. I must say, this keto-friendly food is not keto-friendly anymore. It's my favorite food. I crave it now. Kale is my best friend. I never even ate really kale. I always heard story like when you're a kid, broccoli, Now when I see kale, on the both arms, I'm taking it home. I fry it. Oh God, I eat it as chips. It's fantastic food. But look, that's everybody's own business. How do you love your food or not? But I must say this diet has changed my way of how looking at eating. That's all I can say. Anybody who wants to try it, go for it, because what can you lose? You are not losing any years of your life. You're only gaining maybe some. So, hey, thank you. I will do my next update when there is something to update, which probably will be in 2-3 months. Because once the snow is leaving now, I'm living in a very cold area, so the snow is leaving now. Slowly, in April, we had a few snowfalls just the last night. So by mid-May, the snow will be gone, and then summer will come, and we have hopefully a better year than I think right now it could be. Take care of yourself. Thanks for listening. Ciao.